Hi crafty friends, tonight I'm off out to a 60th birthday party and I need to make a 60th birthday card to take with me. I thought I'd put the number 60 on the front, but instead of using numbers I'd spell it out in letters. It's quite a pleasing size with these dies. And I'm going to use blues and greens. I've got this paper pad which is shades of blues and greens and silver. So this is matte silver, not too shiny. So first things first, I'm going to die cut out the word 60 from the silver. So I've cut my silver 60 out and I've now got some papers that I've selected that are going to give me a nice range from light to dark in this tealy colour. I will cut these out from it, but before I do that I want to colour the paper. Well, not colour, pattern it. Do something interesting with it. On this one, the darkest piece, I'm going to spatter on some white metallic. And I'll give that a bit of a dry. Yep, happy with that. So for this one, the second darkest colour, I thought I would take a slightly darker ink, peacock feathers, and stamp a bubble wrap pattern on it. Before I do the actual stamping, I'm going to mist it with some white pearl shimmer spray just to activate the ink and bring in a little bit more shimmer. I'll just press it down with a bit of scrap paper so I don't get covered in ink. There, so we've got a nice subtle pattern and a bit of shimmer. I'll dry that. So with the third darkest colour, the second lightest colour, I'm going to do some stenciling. And I'm going to stencil with white pigment ink using this regular circle pattern. I want to shuffle it down so I can get the pattern all the way to the end. It's a little bit messy because that ink pad is really juicy. I should knock some of the ink off my brush before starting blending, but that's okay. It's a, what's the word, a grungy design like the other two pieces. I can pick up some of the excess though. So for the lightest piece I'm going to stamp on using peacock feathers and this kind of grungy dotty texture stamp. There we go, like that. I'm also going to give it a little spritz with the shimmer spray. I'm going to line up my dies and put the tape along the top of the dies this time because these are open dies and I don't want the tape sticking to and ripping the paper. Right, I've cut everything out now and I've got everything in piles of the same design. And now I'm going to do some stacking. So I put some high-tack white glue on my mat. And I'm going to put the darkest letter on the bottom and then stack them in the same order. So darkest to lightest. Is that right? Yeah. And then put the silver on top. And I'm going to have to do this for all of the letters. So there's the S. I've now got to do the IXD. Right, there you go, all stuck together. I'm just wiping off any gluey fingerprints with a damp baby wipe. And now we need a card to put them on. So this is going to be a bespoke card size. This is an A4 piece of paper folded in half. I think, actually, I was thinking of cutting it down into sort of a slimline style, but I think I'm going to leave it A5, yeah. But before I stick my letters down, I want to decorate this a little bit. So I put some washi tape around the edge so that the border stays nice and clean. So I'm going to spatter on some copper metallic watercolour. So this is a nice contrasting complementary colour to the teals that I've added. I'm getting my paintbrush quite wet, so I'm getting some nice big blobs. And I'm concentrating it in the middle so it looks like it's bursting out. Before this dries though, I'm going to smush a bit with my mini smusher. This is just a foam domed blending tool, covered in plastic, which is held in place with a hairband. And this is where the 60 is going to be, so it just provides a nice backdrop. I'll dry that and then I'll spatter some more copper over the dry smushing. So the smushing bit's dry, so I'll just do some more spattering on top of that. And then I'll dry the whole thing. And now to remove the washi tape. The card blank is a little bit warped, but it will flatten out as it cools. You can always put it under a heavy book or something. So I've got some low-tack masking tape here. This is mint tape from scrapbook.com. And I'm going to line up the bottom of each letter stack with the bottom of the tape so that they're all level. And then I'll pop some glue on the back and that will help me get them into position. So let's use the high-tack glue again. And I'm going to put my T-square ruler here and just tape that so I don't jog it. That's where the bottom of my letters are going to go. Slightly above halfway. I want to add a bit more colour around my 60. So I'm going to add some small stars in the different colours. So I'm sticking these on little dots of matte gel medium, which is a glue that dries matte rather than glossy. So if it splurges out from underneath little shapes like this, you won't see it. You can pick up excess glue with a bit of paper towel. I think I'm just going to add one of the lighter colours. I don't need to add all four. And you can't actually see much of the texture that I put on the bits of paper that I used in the stack, but you can if you look really close. If you didn't want to bother with that stage, you could just use coloured cardstock, or you could even use patterned paper. If you chose pieces that had a small enough pattern on them, you'd be able to see the pattern. And if you've got bigger dies, you could maybe have more of the underneath parts of the stack showing. Right, there you go, very happy with that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you an idea or two. If you'd like to see more from me, do subscribe and ring the notification bell. And if you like this video, please consider leaving a comment and a thumbs up. And I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.